Hebrews 13:4 says, "Give honor to marriage and remain faithful to one another in marriage. God will surely judge people who are immoral and those who commit adultery." A committed marriage was not shown to me. It was not modeled to me. But let's get into it. I didn't come from a committed marriage, but a committed marriage will come from me. Let's get into it, okay? Let's get into it. Let's really get into it because I got married at 22, and the first real model of a faithful marriage that I saw was just recently. And man, like I met my husband in college, and it man, the Lord revealed to me that that was my husband, like early on. And I had just got out of a long relationship that I thought that was my husband. And then the Lord snatched me out of that. And I didn't know what the heck, like, I didn't know what the heck God was doing. And then I was talking to other people, and I was talking to this one Christian guy. And man, I thought that was my husband too. But he was addicted to corn and um, masturbation and stuff like that. And it's like that's cool, but like you can do that while you single. You can't bring nobody into that and thinking that they will marry you when you still have things that you need to dead, sin that you need to get rid of before you get married. Like I feel like yes, we're all sinful people, but there are certain sins that you should dead before you get married because you're gonna put that on somebody else. Like you know how much that could affect a marriage with you being addicted to pornography and masturbation. You know how horrible that could affect your partner, your relationship, like spiritually, what that could do to you. Like marriage, God designed marriage to be between a man and a woman. He designed intimacy to be between a man and a woman married, right? Not you on the screen, not you in your hand, but a man and a woman who are married, who made a covenant between the holy God. Because marriage is a picture of Christ in the church, and we see that in Ephesians 5, right? But here's the thing. I'm yapping, but I just want to take y'all on this journey with me. Like I my name's Ariana, to those who are new. I just got married at 22, June 7th. About like 2 months ago now to my husband. It's been 2 months and I love it. I really do love it here. Marriage is a beautiful thing. I came into marriage with a bunch of fears, not believing that men could be faithful, not believing that a godly marriage can exist, not believing, even doubting myself and my abilities and my capabilities as a wife. And thinking, oh, I'm not good enough, or God, why did you choose me to be a wife? Or like doubting my abilities and doubting the Lord. But God was just so intentional from the beginning, and it's like, man, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. My husband is still learning. He's still growing. We don't know what the heck we're doing. But guess what? Big God know what he doing. I know he got a plan for us, and it's gonna be till death do us part, baby. Don't mind the glare in my glasses, y'all. I don't want to just stare like this the whole time, right? But so y'all gonna have a glare. I'm so sorry, but yeah, I don't know what the heck I'm doing at all, at all. But guess what? He do. He know what he doing. He know what he doing. And here's the thing, man. I just want to yap. I'm not gonna lie because I could talk about this all day, man. Marriage is a beautiful thing. Probably the most beautiful thing that I have witnessed in my entire life. Marriage is so beautiful. Now, did I say perfect? No. Did I say without flaw? No. Because it is two sinful people trying to mesh their lives together and do life together. Of course, it's going to come with hardship, but it's still such a beautiful thing when done correctly and in the context of God, of Jesus, like with Jesus being the center and the head of our marriage. Man, okay, here's the thing. So, before we got married, we were doing premarital counseling, and I graduated college a year before my husband. So, my husband, so here's our story. And I don't okay, I'm gonna just tell the story. Okay. So we started talking in at the end of 2024. Like I would say like December. That's when we started like talking. And then he asked me to be his girlfriend in January of 2025, right? And then December of 2025, so that same year that he asked me to be his girlfriend, he proposed to me, December 19th. The next year, 2026, June 7th, we got married. Now, if that ain't God time, if that ain't God's speed, I don't know what is. And that is all the act of faith because I was just like, Lord, I'm trusting you. I am trusting your sovereignty, right? Like I was just praying, like, Lord, y'all, oh my God, this was literally my prayer before because the devil. Because I'm not editing that out. I don't care. So this was my prayer, right? I was like, Lord, because I knew that he was proposing. I knew that Mr. Ariana was proposing. I knew he was because the whole story is on my TikTok. Like I explained everything how I knew. But long story short, he was just giving me hints like, "Go get your nails done," blah blah blah. Of course, that's just the main giveaway. But so he literally when I was driving on my way to my proposal, which I was like 90% sure it was happening, but I wasn't 1,000% sure at the time. Which is a crazy story in itself because the outfit that I had on, I didn't find that outfit until like 10 minutes before I was getting proposed, which is crazy. But which I bought it at the store. But so my prayer when I was driving was, Lord, if this ain't my husband, God, don't allow him to get on one knee. God, let his shin split. This is literally what I am saying, what my prayer is. God, let his shin split. God, let his knees just blow out. Lord, don't let him get on one knee. This is literally what I was praying on my way to my proposal. God, just let his knees give out. Let his shin split. That's literally what I said. I promise you, that's literally what I said. I'm like, God, I don't got time to be wasting my time. So that was just a crazy story in itself. But the Lord was just so kind and so gracious to me, to us, providing us with this home. This home is a testimony in itself. We went through so much trying to get into this apartment. Y'all don't even know. Oh my God, I can't even fathom and come up with the words how stressful and how horrible the process, how I don't even know if I want to say horrible, but it was just so much spiritual warfare. Like the days leading up to our marriage, we found this house like a couple days before we got married. I moved in. So I moved in June 1st. We literally found this house the end of May. And I was out of town. I was literally out of town. We was looking for houses for months. I was out of town. Oh my God, it's just a whole story that is just like only God could have did that because we already had our date. We already had people coming in. We didn't have nowhere to go, bruh, because the house that we were supposed to get, I'm literally still in the process of suing my old landlord. Literally, I just served them the other day. Literally, quite literally. So the process was just crazy. But long story short, I am going to take y'all on a yapping series about marriage and being young and married because a lot of people do desire to be married, right? And a lot of people don't, and that's okay. But I just want to tell my story on being married at 22 and how I love it. And I think that everybody should do it. I ain't gonna lie, not everybody, but just telling y'all my story on being married at 22, the things that I've learned, the things that I've grown in. Excuse me, it's only been 2 months, but I feel like I've learned a lot from the Lord, about myself, about God, about my husband, about my community, about faith, about a lot of things. And shout out to my husband. Like y'all probably would never see him on a video because he's not this type of person. But shout out to my hubby, man. And that was a whole lot. But I don't know what I'm doing. I'm in grad school. I start grad school, lost my job. I got another job that I just started. Life is crazy. But God is crazier and he can do crazy things. I've seen him done crazier things. He parted the Red Sea. He turned water into wine. He done crazier things, man. So let's lock in with that word of God. And let's get into this yapping series. I don't know what it's gonna be called yet, but welcome to pure chaos.